set up your tripod without crippling your back. I did manage to get one of the feet underneath the benches, like one at the back. I might straddle it to the left, but it's going to work, I think.
Yeah.
One, two. One, two. 1, 2. This is a microphone test. 1, 2. One, two. One, two. One, two, 1, 2. Testing this microphone and testing the other microphone. About the same level. Charlotte, and we're here for the Modern Pentathlon World Cup.
Modern Pentathlon is the only sport specifically designed for the modern Olympics by the founder of the Olympic movement himself, Pierre de Coubertin, and was first included in the 1912 Olympic Games in Sweden. Modern Pentathlon includes 5 sports: fencing, swimming, horse riding, running and shooting, which were each specifically designed to test different aspects of the competitor and to determine the world's best all-round athlete. Most sports only tested a limited number of skills for an athlete, and Pierre de Coubertin wanted something better. He identified the 5 sports very carefully so that the winner could rightfully say that he or she was the best all-round athlete in the world.
So here we are in Charlotte, United States, for World Cup number 1. We've got an interesting world tour. We're in Rio next week. We go over to Budapest in April, off to Rostov in Russia for Andrei Mosev's hometown, and finish off in China, in Chengdu, for the World Cup final later on in the year. It's all about the Olympics this year. It's all about gaining points to try and get the best ranking possible. And these athletes have had a very, very tough qualification to get through to this stage, and we've got the top 36 athletes competing here at the Grady Call Centre. It's a great little town, Charlotte. It's we were watching NBA basketball last night at the arena just down the road, having great fun, and even a few of the athletes who are competing here today, to be honest, I saw them there. Maybe they should have been doing a little bit better. Maybe they were just chilling out. But here we are live in the arena, and the fencing has already started. These are the 36 athletes who have qualified through to today's competition. We are live here. It's currently 8:34. So quite early in the morning. We've had a very early start, and you bear with us for a second. We're just going to work out our start list, and we'll get into some action very soon. That's not going to show you. So here we start with the action live. Gritichnikova on the left and Elfie Arnaud on the right. It's Russia against France here, and France certainly got a chance of a medal here. This is Katerina Kurishkina on the left, Elodie Clouvel on the right. Clouvel won the fencing in qualification, and I think that was a double hit. There was another double hit there. And Clouvel gets the touch. A celebration there from Clouvel. You just see on the replay, she's very happy there. And a good victory for the Frenchwoman, who could well be a name. An outside bet for the London 2012 Olympics. So Elfie Arnaud gets ready, and she's up against Kurishkina also here. Elfie Arnaud of France. Wasn't sure who actually got the hit there. It was it's hard to see the scoreboard sometimes. It's up on a stage, just out of the way. Yeah, guys, I'm not seeing who's getting the hit on my screen at all. So I don't know if there's a... I presume you're getting it right. Yeah, that's... Try and get the scoreboard in. See? So here's Elodie Kluvel and Evdokia Gretichnikova of Russia on the left. Kluvel has got an interesting style here. She's just prods out with her épée time and time again. Gretichnikova has been around on the tour for a long, long time. Kluvel really has improved her running, and there's a victory there for Kluvel. And she's thrilled with that. We see this on the replay. There's the prod underneath the arm, and Elodie Kluvel thrilled with that victory. And she's really improved her fencing, no end here. Great stuff from Elodie Kluvel of France.
Further I move along to my right, the brighter or dimmer it gets. I'm now on 3.6 if I'm aiming in the middle, and 4.1 if I'm on the edge.
So back live here with the action. Here we are back on P-Sty, and not sure of the names of these athletes. Need to go to you. Tereshuk of Ukraine, the world champion. And on the right, it's Kurishkina of Russia. Real top of the table clash here between these two athletes. They really are something special. Tereshuk had a baby a few years ago, took a bit of time out. Olympic bronze medalist from Beijing 2008. 26 seconds left to go here. And of course Tereshuk, she's like lightning on the combined event, one of the fastest runners in the competition. But it's a victory there for Kurishkina. Just see there, bit of frustration there, but Kurishkina takes the victory. So Katerina Kurishkina takes a little sit down, and here's Irina Koklova. So here's Koklova, and on the right is Evdokia Gretichnikova. Longest name in modern pentathlon as well. We're going to keep an eye out for scoreboard updates as we go through. We are tied into the UIPM website at pentathlon.org, where all the latest uploads are downloaded straight to us and we get results straight on our screen. It's great to see the technology working a treat. So here we go, Irina Koklova on the left. Gretichnikova of Russia on the right. So far, no major move from either athlete. They're really sizing each other up. So much at stake here. And there's a victory for Gretichnikova. So Russia doing well here. You can see nothing much doing. And then just a little touch on the arm as Koklova makes the move. In fact, it wasn't that particular point. It's coming up right now. Here we go. She tried it there. There she gets it. So the earlier one was the actual practice, and then the second attempt came good for her. Gretichnikova will be very pleased with that. So Irina Koklova will stay on. And now she'll face Kurishkina, Katerina Kurishkina of Russia. We'll have a look at scores in a second after this round of bouts. We're being updated all the time here. And a touch and another victory for the Russian. Kurishkina does a high five with her teammate. Just see here, very happy, very low arms, and then comes it, oh, touch on the knee. And there's some really good fencing taking place here. Karishkina, another 24 points towards her total. And now on the left, this is a battle of the big guns. It's Victoria Tereshchuk of the Ukraine up against Evdokia Gritichnikova of Russia. So Tereshchuk, the current world champion, and Gritichnikova, winner of many World Cups, it's fair to say, over the last few years. She's medalled. She had a period where she medalled in 6 World Cups in a row, and there's victory for the lunge there. The flesh attack from Victoria Tereshchuk, as we just see this on the replay. Oh yes, beautiful little mover, and Gritichnikova is all at sea. So while we wait for the next group to come on, let's look at the scoreboard as it stands. Well, those are the entry list. Let's bring up the actual scoreboard, which will help. This is how we stand at the moment. So this is page 2 of the leaderboard, down to page 3. So you can see after 5 fences, this is how the athletes have done. So very early on, Mary Spence, and there's Karishkina, Rublevska, some big names on page 3 of the leaderboard. And then going down here, this is the last page. So Natalia Cole and Elfie Arnaud of France, 5 defeats in 5 bouts. Not a good start to the day for them. But here's the top of the list, and Cesarini of Italy, Kluvel, Tov, Gaulikovska, and Struchkova of Russia. And some big names there already. Schönborn, Tereshchuk, Sadaskaite. And good to see Heather Fell making it through to the final. She's had a tough time last year, but she actually won the British qualification event that took place over the winter. So, but yet to qualify from a British team for the Olympics. Only Freya Prentice from the British team has qualified, and she didn't make it through to World Cup 1. So we have 3 British athletes here. And well, while we wait for the next group, I'll leave this on the screen, and we'll be right back. So here we go. This is Sylwia Gawlikowska of Poland, and she's up against Irina Koklova of the Ukraine. So Gawlikowska on the left and Koklova on the right. It's been a hectic morning start here. The fencing, riding and combined are all at the same venue. And after this event we all get in our buses and transport and go over to the swimming. The swimming is the only event which won't be live. And the Koklova gets the touch there. Katarina Wojcik here of Poland. So here's Wojcik, and on the right is Victoria Tereshchuk, the world champion from the Ukraine. She won that in amazing circumstances in Moscow last year. Superb performance from her. And she's certainly one of those who you wouldn't be surprised if she had the gold medal around her neck. There's a big attack from the Polish athlete, but no touch, incredibly enough. Tereshchuk just recomposes herself, and Tereshchuk comes in for the flesh attack, and she gets the touch. So Victoria Tereshchuk, a little blow of the cheeks there, as we see on the replay. And there's the touch, totally catching her opponent by surprise. And a solid victory for Tereshchuk. So with me here is Rob Stoll, former USA Olympian. Welcome, Rob.
Great to be here, Adrian. You've got the Germany versus Poland here. Poland's pressing against the German. You remember, they only have a minute to get this touch in. It's only one touch. They're just pressing. The German knows it's coming. You can't help but know. You see the body language that the Pole's using against the German. Leaning forward, aggressive into it. It's like a cat and a mouse here. You have Poles pressing. Nothing done. So Germany has the victor. Okay. Okay, we have Germany and Poland. This is the team. The German, Eva Trautmann, has just come from a training camp in Colorado Springs, Colorado, USA, training at about 6,000 feet, 2,000 meters. Her conditioning's got to be spot on. Pretty even match here. Looking for one touch. They're trading control of the match back and forth. Just looking for the easy touches. Just throwing the point out, looking for an easy touch. Hoping this clear. They're both very good fencers. They're both just waiting. Simply waiting for an opponent to make a mistake. Sometimes that's all it takes is just and a touch. Oh, double touch. You got both fencers are hit. 1 second to go. Very exciting finish. Somebody has, in cases like this, generally one fencer takes offense, one defense. And that's it. Nothing done. That's a double defeat. Sometimes double defeats are strategic because both fencers lose the points, but at the same time, if you can't beat your opponent, it's better for her not to have points at all. So a double defeat is better than just a straight loss. So that's actually part of a strategy, particularly when medals are involved. If two girls know that their opponent is a potential medalist, that's often a strategy used, is a double defeat. So you've got Trautmann, Wojcik here, Poland, Germany. Pole again, Wojcik's standard style. She's pressing, she presses, she likes to control the bout. Both fencers are off to a slow start. You got Trautmann ranked in 21st and Wojcik in 25th position. And so, yeah, Wojcik takes the victory. And what you see here is a simple parry repost. An attack by the German, parry, and repost by the Pole. And victory for Poland. So Coleman and Gavlikowska. Coleman currently in 21st, Gavlikowska in 12th. Coleman again off to a bit of a slow start. Gavlikowska clearly having a much better day. Coleman's a youngster here from Germany, and I'm not sure. I think Gavlikowska's a bit more than she can handle. Pole, obviously, lots of experience from the Polish side. She's beating that blade. She's beating it out of the way. She's trying to set up an attack and then going for an easy touch. Easy touches to the hand, that sort of thing. That's just fishing. She's just fishing out there. And there's the Pole. Victory to the Pole. Simple touch. You notice that, watch the German throws her blade out here. And Gavlikowska. There, the German for the toe. Gavlikowska simply over the top, hits her in the shoulder, and that's the victory. And that's why Gavlikowska's in 12th position.
So while we have a quick break, we have a chance to look at the latest scores, and this is how the athletes are doing live. So Adrian Tott of Hungary, superb start for her. She really has been working hard on her fencing. We saw it towards the end of last year. And Lena Schönborn, you saw in second place, the reigning Olympic champion. And I think in many people's books, favourite for gold at the London Olympics. Well, she started very well with her fencing. We'll leave this on the screen. You can see Gavlikowska there with 5 and 4. So she'll have improved just by 1. We'll leave this on the screen for you to go and spot your favourite athletes. And we'll be back with the next round of bouts over on our TV piece.
Double touch there, commencing again. Spence from Great Britain on the left. Troutman on the right. Germany. And there's, just a simple parry repost. Simple parry repost. Troutman's a youngster, clearly having a tough day. We'll watch the replay here. Now watch how Troutman's just going to simply extend her blade. She's going to get too close, extends the blade, a parry, and a simple repost there to the chest. Troutman's really got to get on her game, or it's just going to be a downhill run for her today. She just seems asleep. Here we are back live, Charlotte, North Carolina. Fell from Great Britain on the left, Coleman from Germany on the right. Fell's controlling the bout, just presses Coleman. Coleman's a youngster here. Has experience, but is still gaining it every day. Fell's controlling the bout. Just slowly pushing her back against that London, Charlotte skyline there. 1 minute to fence, 1 minute in the bout. They're just eating the time up, waiting for the other one to make a mistake. There we go, simple. All that was, we're pressing, closer, looking for an opportunity. Fell just took advantage of the closest of the distance, very, very close, and Fell simple counterattack to the shoulder. That's experience over youth. Victory for Fell from Great Britain. Much more active bout here. Troutman and Fell. Troutman on the right from Germany, Fell on the left from Great Britain. Troutman just saw her teammate Coleman lose to Fell, and so she knows she has to be much more active, and that's exactly what she's doing. Far more active end. Double touch there. Both fencers are hit. Center back of the strip, recommencing. And off again. Troutman knows she has to be far more active here, and that's what she's doing. Fell is looking for the easy touch, throwing it out, flicks to the hand. Pressing. There we go. Fell defeats Troutman the same way. She defeated Coleman. Simple action. In the replay you see here, Fell presses, closes the distance, closer, closer, waits for the German to extend, and over the top to the arm. Simple. Fell beat both Germans the same way. They need to take that, the Germans need to put that in their book and be ready for the next World Cup. You have Spence and Coleman. Spence from Great Britain on the left, Coleman on the right. Coleman needs a victory here, otherwise the Brits will beat the Germans 4-0, the two Brits over the Germans. Coleman said a very important bout here. Nobody likes to go down with the big goose egg, the big 0. And victory for Coleman. She saves the honor of Germany there against Britain. Spence thinks she hit her. She's asking the referee to check her equipment, but you can see very clearly here. She missed her right between her legs, and it was too late. Parry repost by Coleman, and she saved the honor of Germany there. So the Germans go down 3-1 to the Brits.
So that's another round of action complete, and here's the scoreboard as it stands. Adrian Todd 10-1 with Schoenborn, Cesarini, Cluvel. Some real big names on that first page, and really interesting to see Cluvel up there. She's never really been a dominant force in the fencing before, but today she's doing very well, and she won her qualifying group as well. So you can tell what she's been a busy girl during the winter in. She's also been working hard on the running. She really did look very strong in the running 2 days ago. Not such a good day. These are the athletes who are below 50%, so with a losing record overall. The Youth Olympic bronze medalist, Spar there from the Ukraine. And Elfie Arnaud, a French girl at the other end of the spectrum, 1-10. Really does mean that her day is going to be a tough one now. Rob, if you start the day at 1-10, you know really that the medal podium is going to be a tough ask.
Yeah, when you start the day at 1-10, what you need is another day. It's a tough way to come. It's possible. You can turn it around, but that's the mark of a real champion and somebody with a lot of experience that knows how to pull themselves out of a hole that's that deep. And we take a look at the hometown girl here, Mickey Kelly from the United States. She's had a tough start as well, down in 29th position, but she's a fantastic runner. I'm just hoping that she can turn this around. She has the experience, though. And don't forget, she finished third in her semifinal group only after giving birth just 4 months ago. So China versus Great Britain here. Miao from China, Fell from Great Britain. The China's girl Miao has gone on the end of a French grip. Long, see how far back her hand is on the handle there. That's called a French grip. Gives her an extra 3 or 4 inches. She's a tall girl as it is. She goes down to the foot. You know, those toe shots are low percentage shots. I really question why the fencers use that in one-touch bout. But Fell is pressing. She's pressing the Chinese girl. Oh, that was a poorly set up attack there, but nothing done. Nothing done. Princess have the opportunity to do it again here. Breaking the action. Fell's pressing. There's no question the Chinese girl's going to come back out of this, and she does. You'll see Fell just got a little too anxious. She pressed. You'd notice inside the distance, the Chinese girl's Miao's tall, parries the blade, and a simple extension. Forward, counterattack, and up for the victory.
Not sure why there was a delay there, but Kan Chen from China, 2008 world champion on the left, and Mary Spence on the right of Great Britain. Mary took the silver medal at Palm Springs last year in World Cup #1 then. She must like American style. She's doing well so far today.
So Chen on the left from China, Spence on the right, Great Britain. Spence just saw her teammate lose to the other Chinese girl, to Miao, also holding the blade the same way, gives her that extra distance. In an épée, it's a big distance game. It's not too dissimilar from boxing. It's all about being the perfect distances where you can hit them and they can't hit you. And that's what Chen is looking for, just the right distance for a typically French grip fencers or counterattack fencers. They don't have as much control on the blade as you do with a pistol grip, which is what Spence is using. Spence got the victory. What you're seeing here is Spence makes an attack. And forward. Chen let the distance creep and then she missed. Chen up against Fell here from Great Britain. Chen from China, Fell Great Britain. Chen just coming off a defeat. Needs this victory. It's never good to have to go through a pool, go through a ground with a 0. She needs this victory to keep herself from that. Fell's pushing Chen exactly the way her teammate did, exactly the way Spence did, trying the same action. We'll see if Chen allows her to creep close. Nothing done on that touch. Neither fencer hit. Strategy's the same though. Fell is doing exactly what her teammate Spence did, trying to push the distance and make the attack. And she did. Fell gets the victory. She beat her the same way that her teammate did. You can see how happy she is there. Closing the distance. You'll notice here, and a simple disengaged flush, and the distance was perfect, just perfect. Miao from China, and the Chinese, Miao from China on the left, Spence on the right. The Chinese girl hits the floor. You notice the point on the floor? Yes. Miao hits the floor on that attack. Nothing done. Axel Stammen, the referee from Germany, great call on his part. You need good refs. He's got good eyes. So Spence is doing exactly what she did in her previous bout and exactly how it fell. And the Chinese victory for China here. China's Miao's not going to let this happen twice. Oh, simple touch. Simple touch. Spence, China, Miao hit her first before Spence had the opportunity for the parry repost.
Here's the leaderboard as it stands. Tot still leading, and a lot of big names at the top there. Heather Fell with those victories just now. We'll be very pleased to see that she's on page 1 of the leaderboard. And we've got the next bout up already. Lavinia Benesio against Chen of China. Halfway through this bout, you can see that Chen's leading on the head-to-heads 2-0. But Benesio gets her first victory for a little while there. And Chen came in with a flash attack, but Benesio was ready for her. And victory for the Italian. So now Sabrina Crognale of Italy against Miao Yihua of China. These guys seem to be rattling through these bouts now very quickly. Not sure why there's a delay at the moment. Okay, I've just been told out in the field that Polina Stuchkova just received a yellow card. So not sure what that means in the whole scheme of things. She's obviously been a very naughty girl. So here we go, Crognale of Italy on the left, and Miao on the right from China.
The Italians pressing against Miao from China. Again, Miao's on the end of that French grip. You want to, and notice how she's not feeding her blade. She's keeping it off to the side there. There, it's, oh, nothing done, but a great action. I'll tell you, she simply missed. Great action, very good timing. On again here. Miao on the right from China. Italian on the left, and continuation of the attack. Chinese, Miao hit her on the initial attack. We'll check the instant replay here. What you have, Chinese girl attack, parry, repost, and she continues. Point is up, hits her in the stomach. Really good continuation there from Miao from China. Great continuation, and that's why she won the bout. Crognale from Italy on the left, Chen from China on the right. Chen's going to try to do the same thing. She keeps her hand back. She's exposing her chest. She's saying, "Come," said the spider to the fly. "Come, come, come." Italian moving closer, very wary. What she's trying to do is set up a straight attack, it looks to me. She's got her point in position. Look at her body weight. Way she's carrying herself, very offensively. Chen from China is anticipating this, and she's hoping to stop it. It's the reason she keeps her blade out there so the Italian can't take the blade, can't touch it. She's got the distance, she's got the height, and she's moving back. And Chen takes nothing done, nothing done. 3 seconds on the clock. 3 seconds on the clock here. Now, in a case like this, Chen is expecting the attack. She's got the distance. She wants to stop it. The Italian knows it. She's waiting, and she goes in. Simple extension. Simple extension. Caught the Italian flat-footed. Victory for China. Notice here, both fencers, 3 seconds, it can be an eternity. They're waiting to see what the other one's going to do. Neither moves. The Italian's on her flat-footed there. Simple extension. Simple extension. Venecio from Italy on the left. Miao from China on the right. Again, this is like watching the same movie twice here. I'm watching the Italian press, press, press. Miao's waiting. It's a simple stop hit game. Remember, in one touch, it's all about percentages. Go for a high percentage shot. It's like going to Vegas. Oh, look at that. Simple attack, double touch. Both fences are hit. That's where Miao's reach comes in handy here. The Italian pressing. I'll tell you what, she's inviting her. Look at her front foot, the Italian's front foot, really giving it to her there. I'm waiting for Miao to see that as, oh, big target. Oh, the Italian. Nothing done. Referee halted the action because the fencers came together. It's called corps à corps, it simply means body to body. Again, the same strategy here. Pressing, Chen's inside that. Double touch. Both fences are hit. Distance was close. Frankly, both fencers just extended their arms. Oh! Miao's reach wins the day there over Italy. That's all that was. Watch here on the replay. You'll see the Italian moves forward. Here comes Venecio. Forward, and Miao simply extends. It helps to have a long arm in épée. Remember the great boxer Teofilo Stevenson from Cuba. Long and tall, long reach, tough to get inside. That's the same way it is here with Miao and Chen, both tall girls. Here we are on the leaderboard. We have Lodi Clavel from France. A great start for her. 12 victories, 3 defeats. She's extraordinary. She's the best swimmer in the sport. Off to a tremendous start. She's really somebody to contend with. The next group's down in the middle of the pack, just above 50-50. Lena Rubalescu surprisingly down there with only 8 victories. And then here towards the bottom, Tereshek from Ukraine, also a big surprise, being so far down on the leaderboard this early at the 50-50 mark. And then rounding out the field,
Natalia Coyle and Elena Rubalescu are next on our TV piece, actually. So it'd be interesting to see Rubalescu. Of course, is the only athlete here from 2004 medalists at the Olympic Games. She took silver in Athens. And certainly one of the more experienced girls on the tour.
Actually, I think we may be wrong there. I think this looks like an additional bout that's taking place. Let's just check on this.
Oh, it's Yanne Marquez coming up. Yeah, I'm reading, of course, Coyle and Rubalescu are #1 team, so they stay on the same piece all the time.
So this is Yanne Marquez here on the left.
Marcus from Brazil on the left, Cagnali from Italy on the right. Marcus is a small girl. She's not very tall. Doesn't have a lot of height. She's very, very fast, and she knows how to get inside. But she has to get inside to hit just simply because of her size. Very diminutive size here. Good things in small packages, though. She got a silver medal at the Pan Am Games this year. Oh. Mancini from Italy on the left, Yanni Marcus from Brazil on the right. Now, Yanni's on the end of that French grip, gives her an extra 4 inches, holding it at the back there. Now, with the Olympic Games of 2016 in Rio, the Brazilians have put a lot of money into the development of Yanni. So she's traveling around the world, just came from a training camp in the United States here in Colorado Springs. They're just bouncing back and forth. Oh, look at that. Classic épée touch. Classic épée touch. Watch the replay here. You'll see how the distance closes. Oh, to the hand. That's what Yanni's known for. We have a break in the action here, waiting for the next round to start. On the TV, the television pist, where Axel Stammen, I see him standing there against the stage, from Germany, former great pentathlete from Germany, just retired from the Berlin police force actually. Come back to the sport, which is his passion, no question. This is the first World Cup of the season for these athletes. They are headed off to Rio de Janeiro here on, in fact, the whole circus moves down to Rio on Monday. It's a tough travel, tough series for these athletes. You know, in an Olympic year, the World Cups take on a very special meaning for not only the athletes, but the cities and the spectators that have the opportunity to see the athletes. You know, the pentathlon event was sold out for the London Games within just a few days of the tickets being open for sale. And you'll see over the course of the day and the course of the weekend, many citizens of Charlotte will have the opportunity to come out and see the top athletes in the world perform. And it sure is a lot cheaper than buying a ticket from Charlotte to London. I think the admission price here is $5 and $10. That's a bargain compared to the price of Olympic tickets. And here we are back to the action on the television piece here with Axel Stammen, the referee. And we have Cesarini from Italy on the right, Melanie McCann from Canada on the left. McCann from Canada on the left, Cesarini from Italy on the right. $6-0 in head-to-heads here. Cesarini over McCann. And that seems pretty obvious to me, just looking at the obvious experience that the Italian has over the Canadian. Handles herself just, and I think we can move that. It was a double touch. Both fencers hit. But if I was a betting man, and I am, I would put my money on the Italian on this one. But we'll see how this works out. McCann did not qualify for the Olympics at the Pan Am Games, and she's desperate to get some points here. She did very well to get in the final. Cesarini simply setting it up. And wow, look at that. Canadian came through. First victory out of 7 encounters, 7 matches. And I think the Italian wonders what happened. You see here, she missed. It's not that she missed. The Canadian parried her. Canadian stopped the attack. Cesarini, I think, took her for granted. And she attacked out of distance. She attacked out of distance. That's all that was. I think that was simply the Italian taking the Canadian for granted. I don't think that'll happen the next time around. Zhang Ji from China on the left. Alicia Mancini from Italy on the right. Now this is the first Chinese athlete on a pistol grip. So both athletes are using the traditional pistol grip here, which means they have better control of their blades, but shorter distance. Notice how the Italian is her forward stance. And you can see she's pushing the Chinese athlete down toward her end of the strip. And that's all about body positioning. Eating the time up. 1 minute to fence here. Very close fencing here. The proximity, and looks like Chinese gal takes the Chinese take the victory. Zhang Yi takes the victory. Zhang is allowing Italian to get close. Oh, and she hit her. She actually hit her twice before the Italian got her point in line. She could have had 2 victories there. That last bout, that was simply a case of Zhang knowing what she wanted. She allowed the Italian to push her to the end of the strip, close the distance, and she just capitalized on that, on the close proximity of the opponent. You get too close, you get hit. It's kind of like getting close to a snake that wants to bite you. If you get close enough, the snake will strike. Zhang from China on the left, Cesarini from Italy on the right. Now Cesarini, she saw her teammate lose. She's doing a bit of the same thing here. She's pushing back, pushing Zhang. She's got the height advantage. Cesarini does. Cesarini a few inches taller. Very cautious. In one touch, one of the ways to win is you simply capitalize on the other's mistakes. Both of them are looking. Zhang takes the victory. Both Italians are wondering, how did I miss? How did I miss? Notice how she led with her legs. The Italian was hit simply because she went legs first before her arm. And that's a pretty basic mistake. And Zhang just had the discipline and the patience to wait it out and gets the victory. Next match here, you have McCann from Canada on the left, and Mancini pulls it off. Just a timing thing. Oh, Mancini just felt the timing. You know, there's something to be said for feeling when it's right to go, when it's the time, and it's hard to describe to people, but it's something where you just feel that now's the moment, and you do that when the person's stepping forward or when you see a freeze in the action, but it's a feel, and it only comes with experience. Here's a leaderboard back. The Olympic champion Lena Schoenebaum has moved in the first place. Not a big surprise there. The second sheet here, Victoria Tereshchuk from Ukraine, very steady. Heather Fell in 15th from Great Britain at the 50-50 mark, rounding out the field. Donata Rimsati from Russia is not having a good day. She's on the negative side here, more losses than wins. And then the last page here, and we have Mickey Kelly from the United States down in the last position, 36, which is, I'm sure, going to be very, very tough. She's an extraordinarily good runner, but that's a tall order to fill. Lodi Clavel from France has dropped from first to third. And Rubalevska from Latvia has moved up from 17th into 10th position. And I expect to see that continue. I think she's found her stride and will continue. She's one of the great fencers of the sport. For these girls on the last page, it's going to be a long day. They have it's when you go through the semifinal and you qualify for the final against such a difficult field, you're just on top of the world. And you come into this in the final and you start off with high hopes. You have a tough first few rounds, and it is very difficult to come back. And the emotional strain that it places on you is just tremendous. And it becomes this canyon that you get stuck in that becomes very difficult to get out of. Action continues here in Charlotte, North Carolina. Beautiful sunny day. Following the fencing events, the athletes will move to the swim, and they'll come back to Memorial Stadium here in Charlotte, downtown Charlotte, for the final events of the Pentathlon World Cup competition. Madani from Egypt on the left, Yang Zhe from China on the right. Madani's a tremendous fencer here. She's just closing the action. Yang Zhe from China on a pistol grip, which is unusual for the Chinese. Typically they're out on the French grips. They're tall girls and it gives them an extra 4 inches. Madani closing, closing. It's a little bit like when you control the bout like that. Oh, and that's simple. It was Madani just did a simple preparation and continued, and the Chinese gal just couldn't keep up. Watch the preparation here. She steps forward and shares the continuation to the shoulder. The distance was right. That was a clever move on Madani's part. A lot of experience. Cold, calculated gunslinger move. The next match is Samantha Murray from Great Britain on the left, Melanie McCann from Canada on the right. It's a pretty even match here. These girls are both very similar styles, very similar abilities. And oh, sweet, sweet. Samantha stepped forward. Melanie just parried her an 8, which is down. She parried her blade down. McCann steps forward. I'm sorry, Murray steps forward here. Murray steps forward, McCann parries down and around to the chest. Very simple. Just, yeah, that was like a lesson. That's exactly what you practice in a lesson. Okay, Murray's back here, back against Zhang. Zhang and McCann, obviously a mixed team, China and Canada. Here's Zhang from China. Murray needs a victory here to keep herself from she's pushing her. She's pushing her. It seems a little overeager to me. She's trying to force the action. We'll see if it pays off for her, but typically it wouldn't. Nothing done. Oh, he's given the hit. Given the hit, so we'll watch the replay here. She'll attack. Zhang will parry Murray down. She parries her down, and she parried her into herself. Zhang from China literally moved the blade into her leg, and in self-impalement there. Madani from Egypt on the left, McCann from Canada on the right. Madani pressing McCann. Madani typically at the top of the leaderboard, a bit in the middle, more towards the middle of the pack today. Not having the best of days. Very focused fencer, very focused. Madani closing the distance. Give and take, give and take. Looking for the easy hit for the hand there. Misses. Only 10 seconds remaining. Got to have some action, and Madani gets the victory. Now that's a classic fencer strategy. You eat the time. There's 1 minute the fencers have. She presses, forces McCann. McCann has no time to do much here, so she makes a simple attack and stop it by Madani from Egypt. But Madani created the situation. She created the environment which allowed her to get the victory. And that's a lot of experience. And you do that by eating the time up. And when there's very little time on the clock, you have to do something. And very often you do it without a preparation, without setting it up. And frankly, it's a mistake.
There's Adrian Top there, who's doing very well in the competition. We haven't seen a few of these athletes come through yet, but they are coming up on this piece very soon. So some of the big names will be coming up here. Totu's up next with Schoenborn. Well, they're 1 and 2 on the leaderboard at the moment, so that's an interesting partnership. There's Schoenborn. She's on one of the other piece at the moment, but she'll be coming to us shortly. She's just getting ready. We're just waiting for Samantha Murray up against Aya Madani. I'm not sure. Oh, in fact, no, they've completed on that piece. So let's just watch this. This is Mancini versus Schoenborn on this piece.
Bird's eye view of Mancini and Schoenbaum here. Mancini with her back to us from Italy. Schoenbaum back on that French grip. Left-hander. Very good point. Simple attack. Straight lunge there. You know, and I had the opportunity to fence a little bit with Schoenbaum in Colorado Springs at the training camp. And I got to tell you, even for a guy versus a girl, it's you got to watch your distance. If you get a little too close to Lena, she will take advantage of the situation and she will hit you. That's why she's the Olympic champion.
So there you see Lena Schoenborn, top of the leaderboard. She's 2 shots clear. She doesn't normally win the fencing. So this is a great performance here from Schoenborn, who is strong in all the other bouts, in all the other events. So she's very strong in all of them. And on to page 2, you see Aya Madani just dropping down a little bit there. Heather Fell, who's the Olympic silver medalist, starting to make a move. And we're getting ready for action here, back on our main piece now.
Lena Schoenbaum from Germany on the left. Samantha Murray from Great Britain on the right. Schoenbaum. Schoenbaum's just walking through this field. She's literally slicing through the field here. Watch how easy this touch does. Sees the opening. She's just looking. Now Murray will step forward. She'll step forward, and Schoenbaum simply counterattacks. Easy touch. She's just really feeling the game today. She's having a great day. You know, she got out of bed, got on the right side of the bed. Sun is shining, and she's not losing very many bouts. She's in the groove. Adrian Toth from Hungary on the left. Aya Medani from Egypt on the right. Toth 4th place overall at the moment. Toth paired with Shunabum. It's, you know, you feed off one another. When one fencer's having a great day, the other fencer can be dragged along with them and help their results. Medani trying to close. It's, you know, and it says a lot for Medani here, being able to push Toth back. Hungarians have a tendency to want to control the bout. It's just the way they're taught. So you got a bit of a battle here between the, in terms of the two styles. Watch Toth's blade there. She moves it like a windshield wiper, up and down, up, down, wax on, wax off for those of you Karate Kid fans. Medani looking for the opportunity, and Toth. Double touch, both fencers hit. Both fencers touched. Had the same idea. A lot of blade work there. A lot of blade work. This is going to be a good bout here. Good finish. Here we are back to the action. See how fast the blades are moving. And aha! Toth. Now that was a Three Musketeers move. Could have been in the movies. Watch how much blade work is involved here. Perfect. Just perfect. Welcome to Hollywood. Adrian Toth from Hungary on the left. Samantha Murray from Great Britain on the right. Toth's going to try and repeat here. See if she can get 2 notches on her belt for this round. 2 victories. She's feeling her out. She's simply pressing, touching the blade, trying to feel how strong's the blade. Oh, a simple action. Parry repost. Hungarian blade work is so good relative to the other fencers here. Now watch this. There's a 6. She's moving the blade, waiting for Murray to extend. There comes Murray. Parried 4 and up. Textbook, just like a lesson. Schonenbaum from Germany on the left, the 2008 Olympic champion. Aya Medani from Egypt on the right. Both fences here against that very nice cityscape of London and Charlotte blended there in the background. Schonenbaum on the end of that French grip. Both girls here are very, very experienced and very, very smart. It's going to be an interesting matchup here. Fencing's often described as physical chess, and there's a lot to that. A lot of thinking goes on here. trying to set up your opponent. You give something to get something. Schoenbaum, the more active fencer. I think her athletic skills are a little better than Madani, but Madani's very cautious and very, she's just a cool customer. Schoenbaum throwing the blade out, looking for an easy touch. Those are preparations. And low, oh, sweet. Feinted to the hand, which is a fake to the hand, and extended to the leg. Watch this here. She'll see the blade to the hand. Now she's going to do it again. She's going to throw that out to the hand and to the leg. Madani simply thought she was moving to the hand, wasn't protecting her leg at all, and there you go. And that's why Schoenbaum's the Olympic champion.
So as Rob takes a well-earned little breather, there's the leaderboard as it stands. Lena Schoenborn 2 shots ahead of Mary Spence. And well, this is one of those rotating leaderboards that just shows everybody what's going on all the way down the field. Of course, we're live for about another half an hour, I think. And then when we go to the swimming, we'll stop the streams as we get ready for the riding and combined event, and we'll send a team out to film the swimming, and we'll show you the highlights of the swimming a little bit later on today. There's Michelle Kelly there from the United States, did brilliantly to qualify. She was actually one of the fastest combined event athletes, but fencing is certainly not her skill here. 4:19 has been a bad day. I think significant here is Elodie Clavel in second equal. This young French girl is really learning the sport, and she's worked very hard at the fencing. You can see now with her strong swimming, she's the best swimmer in the field, and she's also a strong runner these days. I think the riding is the only event that could trip her up, and she'll be taking up religion, I think, just before the riding event starts, hoping that she gets a good horse and praying that things go her way. But she's a certain threat for a gold medal in this competition, so seriously keep an eye out for her, as well as Schoenborn, of course. We've got 4 more rounds to go here. Next up on our showpiece is Donata Rimsaiti, the former world #1, and Gomelinska. As we get down onto the TV piece, here's the action.
Rimsaiti on the left from Russia, Adrian Toth from Hungary on the right. This will be a good bout. Both young women, very, very athletic, very, very skilled, very, very aggressive. Toth bouncing there on the right from Hungary. Watch how fast these blades work here. Both fencers have excellent blade work. The Russians a little more classical. The Hungarian blade work is second to none. Watch the parries there. You get a lot of blade work. I see these girls fencing, and it makes me really think of the Pirates of the Caribbean thing here. They're very, very good. And you know, neither girl's controlling the bout. They're trading it back and forth. They're very equally matched here in ability. Ah! Rimsaiti, second intention. Toth reacts to the first intention here. Watch. Now Rimsaiti's going to make a simple action. There's Rimsaiti's actions. Toth reaction. Rimsati continues, and Rimsati gets the victory. Gomolinska from Poland on the left. Lena Schonenbaum from Germany will be on the right. Referees are checking the weapons. They're the weight, the object that the referee's putting on top of the blade. It's called the weight, and the spring inside the point must push that weight up to make it legal. Fencers on guard, and they're fencing. Schonenbaum from Germany on the right, the 2008 Olympic champion. Gomolinska from Poland on the left. 6-0 in their matches. Schonenbaum has dominated and simply, and make that 7. Make that 7 in a row for Schonenbaum. We're getting to the end of the fencing portion of the pentathlon event today, of the women's final here in Charlotte, North Carolina. Gomolinska from Poland on the left, Adrian Toth from Hungary on the right. If I have to bet on this one, my horse in this race is gonna be Adrian Toth from Hungary. We'll see. Here they go. They're pretty even on their matchups. Toth barely edging out Gomolinska 3-2 in recent matches. Gomolinska, the more classical fencer. Toth is pressing, looking for the easy touch there. Sometimes you have to hold yourself back. You have to just be patient, patient, patient. Let the action happen. If you try to force it, you're creating an opportunity for your opponent. Oh, simple, I think. Double touch there. Both fencers hit. On guard and ready. Fence, there they go. Remember, they only have a minute. We're well into that part of it. Blade work, Toth pressing the action. Victory for Toth, victory for the Hungarian. She simply wanted it more than Gomolinska there. It seemed apparent.
So Bob, can you just explain for the uninitiated what's actually going on here?
Well, the referee there is putting a weight on the end of the epi, on the end of the blade, and you'll note the plunger, the tip actually is spring loaded. There's a spring underneath the tip, and the weight the tip simply pushes the weight back up, which breaks the circuit. So, and in order to be legal, that weight is 750 grams. The other thing a referee checks is what's called the shim, which means that the tip must be depressed a certain distance before it can go off. We like to say that that's the amount of force that it takes to break skin in a duel. Oh, how simple was that? Wow. That's a big win for Rimsati, for Donata. Big win for Donata Rimsati from Russia there over the 2008 Olympic champion Lena Schoenbaum.
That's a big win in terms of head-to-heads. Schoenbaum led 9-1 in head-to-heads, now 9-2.
Yeah, you can, and I just have to say, Schoenbaum's she's on top of the world. She's having a great day, and she got careless. She let the distance close on her, and Donata Rimsati from Russia took advantage of it. And that's an unusual error for somebody with as much experience as Lena Schoenbaum has. It's important to remember every one of these bouts is 24 pentathlon points. Now, what is 24 points? How that relates is for every second in a 200-meter freestyle is 12 points. So one victory in fencing or a loss is representative of, for example, 2 seconds in swimming. And I got to tell you that it's a whole lot easier to get one fencing victory than it is to get 2 seconds faster over 200 meters. So that was an expensive, careless mistake there on the part of Lena Schoenbaum. It'd be a little difficult to make up in the water, that's for sure. Now you can see there, Elena Rubleska has moved into 5th place. She's really moving back to where she belongs. She's one of the best fencers in the field, and clearly she's stepped into her stride here. She's found her stride. Back on the television piece, we have Spas from Ukraine, the bronze medalist from the Youth Olympic Games, Anastasia Spas from Ukraine, and Joanna Gomolinska from Poland on the right. So Poland on the right, Ukraine on the left. The skill level of these two fencers isn't comparable to, say, Schoenbaum or Toth. Very quiet, very simple. Gomolinska made an attack and simply didn't finish. Watch here on the replay, you'll see Gomolinska's attack. There's the attack forward. And she walks right into the extended point. What she needed to do is when she made that initial attack, she needed to move forward and get out of there. So get the heck out of Dodge. And she didn't do that, and there you go, she got hit. It's the end of the fence here, wrapping up the rounds. And some of the athletes are a little bit tired, frankly, both mentally and physically. So you'll see a few errors like that more often at the end of the tournament than in the beginning or middle stages. Next on the television strip here, you have Mickey Kelly from the United States against Donata Rimsati. This is Mickey's weakest event. She's on the bottom of the results standing so far. Mickey is a captain in the United States Army. She served 2 tours in Iraq, and she gave birth 4 months ago. So Mickey's to qualify for the final at all is quite remarkable. Shows the tenacity of this woman here. She's very, very fast. She's in extraordinary physical shape, but frankly, she's just short. It's tough to hit these taller girls. Mickey's whole family's here, watching her today, including her 4-month-old daughter. Rimsati controlling the match here. Mickey really needs to do something here to have any chance at all. She needs to make an attack. We'll see if she'll do it. Double touch. Double touch. Both fencers hit. Mickey hasn't been able to really find her stride at all in today's fencing competition. Oh, and there you go. She simply was outreached. That's a problem for Mickey. Donata simply had a longer arm, better body position, and Mickey's had that problem all day. Mickey Kelly up against Joanna Gomolinska. Gomolinska from Poland versus Kelly from the United States. Mickey Kelly from the U.S. Maintaining her composure in what is obviously a very difficult time for her. I know she walked into the room on cloud 9. I had the opportunity to talk to her. She was very, very excited about this, having the opportunity to fence the final, compete in the final. It's wonderful when you're competing at home against a home crowd, or with a home crowd, I should say, in front of a home crowd. Gomolinska is just playing the distance. Keeping the distance, keeping the distance. Notice how Kelly throws the blade out and then pulls her arm back, making it even harder. And Gomolinska easily beats Mickey there. Watch here. Kelly gets inside. Kelly from the United States gets inside the distance. We could say she's creeping on the distance, and Gomolinska simple extension. Just a simple lunge. I feel bad for Mickey because she has the ability, but she's just not showing it today. On the left, in the next bout, you have Anastasia Spas from the Ukraine, the bronze medalist from the Youth Olympic Games, and Donata Rimsati from Russia on the right. Donata, the former #1 world ranked female pentathlete in the world. Spas, the up-and-comer, a medalist in the first Youth Olympic Games. That's one for the books. Rimsati, just you see here the experience versus the youth side of this. Rimsati really in control of the bout. And double touch, both fencers hit. Rimsati has to take Spas seriously though. And she lets her guard down and just, oh, there we go. Oh, missed. Rimsati pressing. Donata, and there you go. Double touch again. Spas is keeping up with her, touch for touch. So Rimsati and both fencers hit. We have a 3-3 match. 9 seconds remaining. Double touches, as you know, in pentathlon don't count. Both fencers hit. Action starts again. We're in the final seconds. And oh, there we go. Rimsati got one in there. She did the same action 4 times in a row. The first 3 times double touches, the last time single light. Victory for Rimsati. Watch this. And she'll continue. There we go. Counterattack to the body. There. Classic fencing. Rimsati classically schooled and wins in the final 3 seconds of the match. the first Pentathlon World Cup held in Charlotte, North Carolina. Charlotte's in the southern part of North Carolina, very close to the South Carolina border here. It's actually the second largest financial center in the United States, behind New York City. I think that surprises a lot of people to hear that. Charlotte was going to host 3 United States major Olympic events this year. The Pentathlon World Cup is the first event, leading into on the road to London. And then in canoe kayak, Charlotte, the Whitewater Center here in Charlotte, North Carolina, will host the U.S. Olympic trials for the whitewater portion of kayak. And then later in May, Michael Phelps and Natalie Coughlin and Ryan Lochte and the rest of the gang will come to Charlotte for the U.S. Swimming Grand Prix event. The second largest swim meet in America is held here in the same pool that the pentathletes will be swimming in following the fencing event. Esposito from Australia, Mickey Kelly from the United States. Esposito on the left, Kelly on the right. Mickey having a tough day. Again, she's on the bottom of the page here, hoping to pull some victories out at the end of the match today. Nothing. Kelly gets the victory. Big victory for Mickey Kelly from the United States. Captain in the U.S. Army. Again, only 4 months ago gave birth to her first child. Now watch this here. Watch her attack. Kelly looks for the action, takes an 8, keeps her point in line, and gets the touch there. Prokopenko from Belarus on the left. Mickey Kelly from the United States on the right. Mickey coming off a big win against the Australian. She needs to keep it going here. Let's see if she can. Very simple attack. Prokopenko, simple straight flush, simple straight attack. And Mickey just not having a good day. Esposito from Australia on the left, up against Spa from Ukraine. Esposito has already got a ticket to London. She's already qualified for the London Games. Spa again is the Youth Olympic bronze medalist from the Singapore Youth Olympics, the inaugural games. You know, I've got to tell you, the Australians, there's certain countries that have a certain style that is very identifiable, and Esposito certainly has that. Danny Esposito is her father, who competed against me years ago. I see a little bit of Danny there and her daughter. She gets there, simple follow through. Esposito, that's great. She gets the touch, follows through against Spa from Ukraine. Watch, the initial attack fails. Makes the initial attack. Spa parries it, continues, and when at first you don't succeed, try again. Keeps her point in line and gets the touch. Victory for Esposito from Australia there. Big win for Esposito. Asadaskati from Lithuania on the left against Anastasia Prokopenko from Belarus on the right. Asadaskati having a great day. Prokopeno makes the attack, continues, and pulls it out. Prokopeno victory. This is the last round of the day. These girls don't look very tired to me. Prokopeno just waited. She timed it. It was a simple straight attack, and it was all about the timing. All about the timing. Here we are in the last few bouts of the day of the women's final. Venkaskaitė from Lithuania on the left. Esposito from Australia on the right. Lithuania on the left, Australia on the right. Chloe Esposito has already qualified. She has her ticket to London. Her father is her coach, Danny Esposito, former pentathlete himself. Lithuania, clearly the better fencer here. Doesn't mean she'll win, but she certainly has the advantage. Just pressing the Australian, Lithuanian pressing the Australian. Now, double touch. Both fencers are hit. In pentathlon, a double touch counts for nothing. Nothing done. Simple attack, a double touch again. Lithuania on the attack. Esposito from Australia. Stop hitting on the defense. Esposito, big win for the Australian. Big win for Chloe Esposito. Stop hit over the top. Lithuanian had made 2 attacks previous to this. They weren't lunges, they were flesh moves. And this time she decided to lunge. She fell short. Esposito over the top, hits her in the shoulder. Big win for Chloe Esposito, finishing up strong here, picking up a few victories. Venkaskaitė from Lithuania on the left, Prokopenko from Belarus on the right. These two gals are evenly matched. And you can see there in the results, they are evenly matched. 2 wins apiece in their previous meetings. Great attack by Lithuania. Lithuania over Belarus. She got right to it. She makes a feint. She fakes here, and she's around. Feint, disengage, flesh. Textbook. It's great when you plan something out like that, and it works out just like it does in a lesson with your coach. It's exactly what happened on the last bout. And now for the last bout of the day on our television pist here, before the girls head off to the swimming event. Asadaskaitis from Lithuania has an opportunity to redeem herself against Esposito from Australia. Chloe Esposito on the right, Australia. Axel Stammen, the former great German pentathlete, directing. He's the referee, checking the blades here. Fencers check each other's bells. They hit each other's weapons to be sure that they are grounded, properly grounded, and that they don't go off. They don't register a hit by hitting the bell guard. Fencers start to fence here. Lithuania on the left, Australia on the right. Lithuania pressing. Lithuania presses Australia, pressing against the Australian. Lithuania on the left, Australia on the right. The Australian, a far more cautious fencer. Narrowly missed that touch. Lithuania takes the victory there. Esposito misses. Esposito misses on the attack. Watch this. Esposito from Australia on the right. She'll make an initial attack. She misses. She misses as the Lithuanian stop hits, and she's on the mark. Australia is not. Victory for Lithuania, and that's the last match of the day here from Charlotte, North Carolina. The women's fencing event, the World Cup, Charlotte, North Carolina. The road to London goes through Charlotte.
Right, well, bear with us if you're still watching us. We're going to get an interview with Lena Schoenborn out in the field and just get her views on that victory there, winning by 2 clear shots. A couple more results still to go in. And then we're going to be going offline for about 3 hours before we come back to you with the wide and combined events. So bear with us for a minute. We're just going to get a little word, hopefully with Lena Schoenborn. Mary Spence there in 2nd place. She'll be very happy with that. Still a few more results to go in. You can see if you add these numbers up, they equal 33. So the final round of results still to go in. But I can confirm there is no more fencing taking place in the arena. So the fencing competition has finished. And now it's a question of just putting in the results and getting them down here.
other side of your Michelle.
You're right.
Yeah, I've just changed that over. I've
Mickey,
not had that camera set.
Just into the other info.
One, two, 1, 2.
They took 2 cars.
Twos.
Thanks, yeah, thanks as well. Yeah. We were talking about you.
Pentathletes Fence, great performance here today. You've finished 2nd overall. You must be really thrilled with such a good start.
Yeah, I'm really, really happy. I mean, fencing's one of my favourite events in the pentathlon, and today everything seemed to click. I had a bit of a rocky start, and then I just seemed to find my form, and I was really, really enjoying myself. Got some really good hits that I've been working on throughout the winter. So yeah, I'm really, really happy.
The competition here is absolutely fierce, though, isn't it? Like watching around this morning, the fencing, I don't think I've ever seen such a high standard in the fencing.
Yeah, I mean, everyone's out for all the points they can get. I mean, Olympic qualification's on the line, and everyone wants that, and we're all going to fight. Every hit means points, and that means you're going to fight right till the very end.
Now, I've noticed you around the tour. When you do well in fencing, you seem to really let that follow you through the day because you are good swimming and good at riding. So do you feel that yourself, once you get the fencing out of the way, that sets you really well for the rest of the day?
I think it's the same for anyone. You know, you fence well, it puts you on a high, it gives you a buzz, and you can use that adrenaline and that excitement throughout the rest of the day to really spur you on. You don't want to waste a good fencing score. So yeah, hopefully, fingers crossed, the rest of the day will go well.
Okay, well, good luck for the rest of the day, and well done.
Thank you.
Right, so I think that's we're just going to pack up here now at the end of the day. Some lady decides to walk straight in front of our camera, and we're going to be back a little bit later on in about 3 hours' time. We're going to be back with the riding and combined events. We're going to go off and film the swimming right now, so I hope you've enjoyed the coverage here, and well, we left you with the leaderboard as it stands. I think we can give you updates. Here we are. This is the final leaderboard updated from our friends up at Easy Penta, who are putting all the results in here. And we'll leave this on screen for 5 more minutes, and then we'll stop the streams, and we'll see you again in about 3 hours' time. Thanks for watching, and thanks to Rob Skill there for giving us some great commentary on the fencing event. And we'll be back soon. Bye-bye for now.